Welcome, people. Welcome to my global philatelic project channel. Here we will talk about philately. That means stamps, or timbre, or seios if you want, or brief market, even francobolli or snatchki. So let's go. The topic today is sports. Formula 1 on stamps. Yes, today we will talk about fast car, fast race, and beautiful stamps, of course. So relax, music, and let's go. Very good, very fast. Today we will talk about a quite complicated collection because, we talk about Formula 1. That means car race connected with the Formula 1, specific of a Formula 1. You know that there are other kind of race car, rally or other, and this is another collection. But today I want to talk about the Formula 1. Okay. About the history, well, you can find it in Wikipedia, and it's for sure it's better than any explanation that I could give you. But here we will talk about the collection, the philatelic collection of them. And it's important to say that we have got 3 different collections in one. First one is the collection of the race of Formula 1. That means the celebration of the race of Formula 1. So the Grand Prix of Qatar, Saudi Arabia, we will see later. The second is the celebration of the drivers, the champion of Formula 1. And the third is the celebration of the car that made the race in Formula 1. So let's start step by step. First of all, the stamps that celebrate the Grand Prix. I want to start with the last one that I received from Saudi Arabia in 2024, this year, that got the stamps, and this means the value, and the block. This is the block, and there is a first day cover and so on, like in all the stamps that we will see. But to remain inside an acceptable amount of minutes, I will show you only the stamps. Sometimes they shifted, but anyway, stamps or block. So, in any case, this is the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix Celebration 2024, but is one of the stamps that celebrate this sports event. For example, we can start about the Bahrain. In 2004, in fact, in this area there is the Grand Prix of Saudi Arabia and the Grand Prix of Bahrain. And when it started in 2004, the Philatelic Authority decided to make this block of 4 stamps put in this way and to celebrate these sports events. But this, of course, is not the only one, because in the beginning the Formula 1 race was a sort of European race car, but then it became a world race car. Well, I think after 2000, the main explosion of this is after 2000. A lot of nations celebrate the Grand Prix, the local Grand Prix, with stamps. For example, Malaysia with these 4 stamps, or Azerbaijan with this block in 2016, and joined with these stamps distributed in sheetlet in 2016. So it's important to have an idea that not all the nations that had the Grand Prix on their territory made stamps about it, but there is a lot of nations that made more than one. For example, Mexico got the stamps in 1987, 1988 and 1991. about the Grand Prix of Mexico. In 1992, South Africa made these stamps to celebrate the first South Africa Grand Prix because the previous one were cancelled because of the apartheid regime. So the changing of the regime in South Africa let them enter inside the sports family, we can call it this way, and it would be possible to make a Grand Prix in South Africa, in Johannesburg, if I remember well. And of course, San Marino or celebration of Grand Prix in Portugal and so on. It's a topic that a lot of nations take in consideration and celebrate as an event. But as I told you, there is another level of this collection, and we are talking about the driver, the champion that won something, Grand Prix or normally the World Championship, in this race. This collection starts in 1969 in an Arab state called Ayman, was the one of the Emirate states, and with these stamps that celebrate the driver and the car with the blocks and sheetlet, perforated and imperforated. Then after this there's a lot of other issue, a lot of other celebration and interesting stamp. For example, about Ayrton Senna or about Gilles Villeneuve in Canada. This one, from my point of view, is my favorite issue made by Canada in 1997, single and sheetlet, to celebrate a great hero of Formula One, Gilles Villeneuve. Then, for example, when Nicky Raikkonen won the championship in 2008, Finland made this block. And so on. So really a lot of nations, not necessarily connected with the driver, made stamps about the driver. We have got also a third level, as I told before. That means the cars. Of course, there is a drivers, but it's important also the cars. And in this part of the collection, the real queen is Ferrari. In fact, this car, that is of course quite famous, I don't have to explain what is a Ferrari cars in the sense of, as to say, idea of fast car. This is the cars that appear most frequently inside the stamps. So in Bosnia-Herzegovina or in San Marino, of course, when in 2001 won the championship, or in other stamps in Russia, in Mongolia, in Monaco. Really a lot of stamps reproduce Ferrari race car, but of course not only Ferrari race cars. Like for example, this set of Great Britain reproduce different cars like William, Tyrrell and so on, and also because sometimes the driver won the championship not with Ferrari, and so of course they reproduce the drivers and the cars in which they won the championship. So it's really nice, interesting collection, different than drivers itself, and you can manage these stamps and recreate the history of Formula One with the stamps, and so with the sheetlet or FDC, or maybe inside the Grand Prix, but this is really complicated, there will be special cancellation. But this is another level in the sense that in that case is not important only the stamps, but also the cancellation of, I don't know, Grand Prix of Italy or Grand Prix of Great Britain. There is a postal office inside and you can cancel, I don't know, a letter or a postcard with the stamps about the Formula One, but in this case not necessary with this kind of stamps because it's important the cancellation in this case. But this is another kind of topics, another kind of collection. So it's really another level because it's very, very complicated, because there is no catalog to have the idea of how many of these and where they make this kind of philatelic product. But anyway, there is no catalog also for this kind of topic, and this is quite complicated. But anyway, this is one of the problem that we as collectionists we have. Not always we have the catalog. But anyway, I don't want to take you more time, so thank you very much to follow me today. See you tomorrow and have nice philatelic time. Ciao!